Little old Rhode Island is famous for you.
If you're looking for a guy with dedication, look no further within our nation. Marcellus is the guy to see. He's got what you need, I guarantee. A real true friend with a really big heart. It's okay if he's got a fart.
Guys, stop. You're giving me too many options. I'm only one man here.
So everybody should be able to hear us right now.
Hello.
Hello? Can you guys hear us? Chat, hello. Everyone can hear both of us. Please let us know if anybody is louder than the other one. Please just tell us.
We'll just talk over each other
Yep,
and then nobody knows.
exactly. Okay, here we go. Hello. Good morning,
Hi.
everyone. Hi, hello. Welcome to Friendship and French Toast. This is episode 11 with our sweet, amazing, the master of pantsless souls runs, amazing storyteller, leader of the Oot, the Order of the Oblong Table, and most importantly, my friend, NightLightKnight.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. I was so excited to have you. I'm so excited to have you. I just got like really warm, so I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off. But I know we talked about this, but I thought it was super funny. I didn't even realize, but we just spent a whole bunch of time together IRL at DreamHack.
Yes,
and now we're here. So it's really cool. I think that the timing was really great, and I'm really excited to talk to you. But first and foremost, I know it's been 6 months now, but congratulations on having a baby.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on procreating. But I'm really just excited to talk to you in general, because I know that you and I, obviously as streamers, have had a lot of really great conversations just about the streaming space in general. And I really look up to you because I think that you are an amazing storyteller, an amazing like creator in general, and like you're very creative, and you have a lot of like character to you, like when you are streaming and when you're interacting with your community and stuff, and you have just such an amazing community as well.
I do.
I remember when I found you back in, it must have been like 2020 or 2021, but there used to be a tool, I think it still exists, but there was a tool called Sully Gnome, and it had a raid tool to find people that were like you, I guess, like that were similar. And I remember Manix was one of my moderators at the time. He found you, and I believe that we like rated in to you on when you used to also do like morning streams. Like I think it was like one of your like Monday musing morning streams.
Yes,
like,
morning musing streams.
Yeah. So I knew it was some sort of alliteration. So
I am a fan of alliteration, if you could not tell.
NightLightKnight, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. So I found you like very early on in my streaming career, I guess. But you had been streaming already for several years, I feel like, when we found you. So I guess I just want to know, like, how long have you been streaming? Like, when did you start streaming? Like, what's your lore? How did you start streaming? Like, what has like kept you here? Like, why do you keep coming back to this weird world? So, why do you stay?
Yeah. So my streaming journey, I think it must have started at around 2017 or 18. So I've been streaming for about 8 to 9 years now on Twitch. And it's been a very long time. It's been really interesting seeing how the platform has changed since, before. I wasn't around for the Justin TV time. I think they had just switched over maybe a year before from Justin TV to Twitch. But I was actually introduced to Twitch through a friend who was streaming on it themselves. And we're just, and so I hopped on, I made an account to follow them and just kind of support them in their journey with it. But after I had kind of gotten the feel for Twitch in general, I started branching out to other creators and looking and finding other people's channels and things like that, and just watching People like Elspeth. Elspeth was one of the very first
Mm,
people that I really ever connected with on Twitch, and just seeing how she interacted with her chat and the fun that everyone was having,
yeah.
it just really spoke to me, especially at that place, because where I was at that time, I was working at Target.
Okay.
I was working at Target and had, the different shift hours, sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night.
Mm,
But my husband at the time had started going back to school. And so, and he was going back to school in Atlanta. And we at that time lived at about an hour, 20 minutes away from Atlanta.
mm-hmm.
And we didn't have any of the dogs. Like I have two dogs now. We didn't have anybody. Um, and so I would just come home from my shift at Target to an empty, quiet, dark house.
Okay.
And it was really affecting me, just affecting my mental state and everything like that. And so seeing how much fun Elspeth and these other people were having at the time just really spoke to me in a way that I just needed. And so
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. So I got in touch with my friend who had gotten me started with Twitch and was like, okay, what do I need? What do I
Mm-hmm.
need to stream? And they were like, well, you really need a computer. I'm like, okay, I have one of Malachi's old computer towers and I have
Mm-hmm.
my 2011 MacBook Pro. And they're like, I mean, we could make it work. So anyway, um, so I made a different account and actually chose the name NightLightKnight. Um, because and like I don't have any fun cool like lore to my name. It was
Yeah.
literally that up until that point all of my usernames had the word light in them. And so I was
Mm,
wanting to keep that, but then I was like, why don't we find other words that rhyme with light? And
yeah.
then so I put it into a generator
Oh.
and it just happened to pop up and I was like, I really like the imagery of a nightlight night of
Yes.
somebody, because I mean, especially at that time, that's what Twitch was for me. It was a light in a really dark time
Yeah.
of being able to find community. Um, and so it just really, and then it just stuck.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so I got my so my first couple of streams, my first one, as almost everyone else's stream, was completely muted, had no audio the entire time. I played the alpha state of Astroneer, which
Oh.
the bit rate was awful. It was like literally stop motion, and then it's just me sitting on my couch because I didn't have a PC. Like I didn't have an actual PC. I just had a tower.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a folding table.
Okay.
I put a folding table out in our living room and then hooked up the tower to our TV. And then I had my mouse and keyboard. And so my first couple months of streaming was me streaming in my living room with my TV as my monitor.
Oh my
And then I
gosh.
had my laptop for chat.
That's
Um,
so funny.
And
Oh
then
my
as
gosh.
things kind of grew and like started having a community and people that would come back, um, we were able to like clear out a junk room. And so I had a corner in a junk room for an
Yeah.
actual desk and computer and stuff like that. And then it's just kind of grown into what it is today.
Yeah, that's awesome. So cool. And I feel like your community, you have a lot of people who have been, I get the feeling that you have a lot of people in your community that have been there for a long time. Like I feel like
Hmm.
you have people that were probably there. I mean, I wasn't there from the beginning, but I feel like there's a lot of people that like stick around, which rightfully so. You're a great person. You're a great entertainer. You're so funny when you play these games. The pantsless runs are hilarious. So if you guys don't know, Nightlight Night plays Souls games. So
Hmm.
very hard video games that I cannot even last 5 minutes in. But she
We'll
does
get you there, don't
this
worry.
someday. I want to be brave too. So
You will, please. We'll go.
she does these pantsless runs. So the characters that she uses, she doesn't wear pants. So tell me
Well, okay,
about.
well, hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
okay.
I wear pants.
Yeah, she
My
wears.
characters don't
Her
wear pants.
character doesn't wear
I
pants.
always have
Excuse
to
me.
set the
Let's make
context.
sure this is not that kind of stream. We're not that. That's not what it is.
There's nothing wrong with that type of stream, but just don't come
No.
into my stream expecting me not wearing pants, because I am definitely wearing pants.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. So to be very clear, her character in the games do not wear pants.
Yes.
So how did this start? So how did you, because every single game you play, your character, if you can't wear pants, you don't wear pants, right? So
Exactly. Yes. We were forced to wear pants in Bloodborne because they don't let you run around in a loincloth for whatever reason. So I don't know. I guess
come
Bloodborne's
on,
just too highbrow
Bloodborne.
for that.
Shh, rude.
But no, so whenever I play a game, especially stuff like Dark Souls, where people are like Dark Souls fanatics. There are people who have played Dark Souls for like hundreds and hundreds of hours. They do challenge runs, like with different controllers, or like with a Guitar Hero controller, or
What?
I've seen people play it with a piano or a dance pad, like the
That's
Just Dance
wild.
pads. Like it's absolutely crazy. I can't do any of that. I am not that talented. But the one thing that everyone and that I was really worried about with Dark Souls games is that, am I going to get so frustrated in fighting these bosses that I am just going to be dying over and over and over again? Like, am I just going to get so frustrated that I'm going to have to leave, like turn off the game?
Yeah.
And one of the ways that I've found that helps me get through some of like those really hard boss fights or those really hard times, it's just having something silly, just having
Yeah.
something silly to focus on. Because if you can make yourself laugh when you're I mean, it's kind of like in life, right? If you can make
Yeah.
yourself laugh and find something good during hardships, then it may not make it easier to get through, but I think it heartens you um to try one more time.
Mhm.
And so with Dark Souls, starting with Dark Souls 1, it was literally I think the first episode. It was the first stream of me doing Dark Souls. I was in full plate armor. And I was what Dark Souls people call heavy rolling or fat rolling, which means
Okay.
that your armor, like your load with that includes your armor, your weapons, and all of that, makes you roll slower and makes you walk slower.
Oh, okay.
And so we were facing a dragon on a bridge, and I was running too slowly and kept dying. And I was getting so frustrated because I was like, but I need my armor to like withstand the fire and blah blah blah. And then somebody was like, just take off all the characters' clothes and you'll be able to run faster. And I was like, what do you even mean? What do you mean that helps? So then we did that. And we're able, because it made you be able to roll and run faster, we were able to get to a safety part. And then in in putting my armor back on, I forgot to put on the pants for for a little while. And then when I finally realized it, I was like, I think we're just not gonna wear pants. We're just not gonna wear pants. And I meant it just like as this stream sort of joke.
Yeah.
But then chat dared me, and then it just became such a funny thing in chat to talk about that
Yeah.
throughout, like we never donned pants ever again. I think we maybe put on pants one time in Dark
Yeah.
Souls 1 again, but then for the rest of Dark Souls 2, 3, Bloodborne, and now Elden Ring, we don't wear pants because,
Amazing. Absolutely
yes.
incredible. That's so funny. Welcome, Juana Loco Lobo. This is what I was talking about. There's a bunch of horns in my ears now.
Oh no. Yes, Mandel, I do
Yeah.
believe, was there that day
Yeah.
when that happens.
Amazing.
It also tied into, because whenever I play, again, these games that have such like huge fanatics
Yeah.
with it, I like to create my own lore in games to kind of
Yeah.
remove from it. So if somebody's saying like, well, you're not playing this right, you could be playing this better. I'm like, well, excuse me. we're playing this because, and so this is what happened. We were playing through all of the Doom games. Before we played the Dark Souls game, we played through all of the Doom games.
Mm.
And I don't know, just chat is sometimes feral and we just run with it.
Yeah, yeah.
We came up with this whole lore that Doom guy, we renamed him to Doom Dude.
Okay.
That he didn't wear pants either. So it really kind of, the no pants thing started with Doom, and that we were running through all these layers of hell with no pants on. And
Mhm.
then that just carried over to Dark Souls. So
That's incredible. How funny. Yeah, and that's so funny. Yeah, that the storytelling, like I keep saying, is like that you're so good like on your toes, I feel like, to just like come up
mm,
with that stuff. And I keep saying it, but you have such a great like what is it, vibrant community. Like you're the
thank
people that are in
you.
your community are just so nice and just like so
They really
excited to be
are.
with you. And like you said, sometimes feral, like watching you and
Yeah.
like seeing them just like go to town is hilarious. So something that you said, I'm interested to talk to you about this is when
Mhm.
somebody is telling you you're not playing this game right or you're not doing this
Mhm.
right. How do you deal with that? Because just going to like making this about me, I'm having an issue because I switched over to playing all of the Legend of Zelda games, which is a
Yes.
franchise that people love. I know that you are also a
Mhm.
Zelda girly. Um,
Yes, I am.
and what I've been experiencing is something that I haven't experienced before because I wasn't really a huge Twitch gamer. I was doing a lot of, crafting my stained glass,
Mhm.
and then a lot of just yapping, and then playing like cozy games like I don't know, like Animal Crossing and just stuff like that. But I've
Yeah.
noticed like switching over to this franchise that I love so much and that a lot of people love. A lot of new viewers that come in are they really want to tell you how to play the game.
I
They really want to
do.
tell you, they really want a backseat. And I get it from one perspective that it's like I understand that people are really excited about the game. And I've played most of these games before, so I'm familiar with
Mhm.
them, but I still want to
Right.
experience them again, like in my own way, in my own time. But like how do you deal with that? Like do you see that a
Mm.
whole lot in the Souls games? Like do you have a lot of people that come in and try to backseat and like how do you deal with it? Cuz I'm having a problem. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting like angry to a point where it's
Yeah.
like I'm letting it affect me in a way that it's like it's not fun and I don't want
Mhm.
that. Like but I want to change my mindset to be like, okay, how do I make this fun again? Like so I'm not like dreading playing a game and dreading people coming into
Right.
to backseat. So, yeah.
Right. I mean, backseating is a problem, really, no matter what game you play. I have been incredibly lucky, I think, in
Mhm.
that I have not had a ton of people come in. I know, especially like other female streamers, have tons of
Mhm.
people coming in trying to tell them how the right way to play.
Yeah.
Um, Especially Dark Souls games, because there is such this fandom with it.
Mhm.
But I've been rather lucky, I think, in that I haven't had a ton of people. But really, what I experience it with other games quite a bit, especially if you do like a Poppy Playtime or kind of
Mhm.
these games that get a little more mainstream, especially in the
Sure.
horror genre.
Mhm.
But what I normally try to do is I when somebody comes in and they're like, "You should do this," or "You're not playing this the right way," I first and foremost just I recognize them and say, "Hey, welcome on in. I'm just letting you know that I'm playing this the way that I feel is right. It may not be the best way, it might not be the most efficient way, but I'm having a good time, and at the end of the day, that's what I am playing for, and you are welcome to join along with that. However, if you feel if it's too difficult, if you are
Mhm.
feeling your fingers are like, "Oh, I do this," then maybe this isn't the place for you. And just having
Yeah.
that, like, But especially if they're coming in and they're coming in so strong with it, because you
Mm-hmm.
have those different types of backseaters, right? You have the
Right.
ones that are just like, go do this. And then you have the people that are like the whiny ones of like, well, why
Mm-hmm.
don't you do this? I told you you should do this. And I'm just like, I understand you told me. However, I'm not gonna do it. And so most of the time I just like straight up just tell them, "Hey, welcome on in. I'm playing this the way that I am having the most fun with it, and I know I'm so glad that you love this game so much. But
Yeah.
especially if it's a first playthrough, I'm experiencing this the way that I want to. I'm figuring out these stories in the first way, and I want to do
Mm-hmm.
it like you did when it was your first
Exactly.
playthrough."
Yep. Yep.
Um, and now for like Zelda and things like that, I mean, obviously having your mod team just kind of closely mod, and if they see
Mm-hmm.
you getting frustrated or, flustered with a person,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and everybody has different rules in terms of backseating. If
Right.
you have
Right.
mods message them and just being like, "Hey, we're just kind of going into backseating territory a little bit. Can you just kind of
Mm-hmm.
chill and step back? And if you need to, we wish you a really good rest of your day." But if you need
Mm-hmm.
to address it, like if you don't have mods, I mean, I didn't have mods for 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, and so just kind of don't be scared to just be like, "Hey, look, I'm really happy that you're here, but I feel like our vibes are not vibing and that this may
Yeah.
not be the place for you. And I really hope that you find a community that like totally aligns with what you're wanting to do and how excited you are. But
Mm-hmm.
you've been warned about backseating and you keep on, because then they do this annoying little thing of where they're not telling you what to do exactly, but they're like,
Well, what about this over in the
but
corner? Did you check out that
what
corner?
did you
Like,
look I know, did you look
yeah.
in that corner over there?
Yeah.
And it's like, y'all,
Yeah.
I will if I am stuck, I am really good at asking for help.
Yep.
But just again,
Mm-hmm.
just not being afraid to be like, because my motto is everybody matters, but if somebody is coming in to disrupt the peace and the vibes of your chat and the people who have been there for you and that you care about,
Mm-hmm.
one person's hurt feelings of being banned or thrown out of your channel is not worth the uncomfortableness of your regulars and the people who are there who love and care
Right.
for you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, because I think there's this feeling, especially for like people pleasers, that you
What do you
never want to
mean?
hurt. I know, right? But you never want to hurt somebody else's feelings.
Right.
And there's this pressure of like, well, you're on Twitch, like you should try to have as many people follow you and
Mm-hmm.
watching you at the same time, whether you're like
Yeah.
tracking your numbers or not. Like it's just this pressure to have, and I've just realized that at the end of the day, you want the people who are going to be there for you and not for
Yeah.
like those people, that person, the minute that you stop playing that game, they're going to piss off
Oh yeah.
and they're
100%.
never going to come back. So why am I going to like kowtow to you and like and be like, "Oh yes, well, please don't backseat. I've given you 15 warnings." I'm like, "No, just leave.
Yeah,
Get
just
out.
leave. Like, just get out.
This is
Yeah.
my house, and I don't want you
Yeah.
here anymore."
This is my house. No, that's a great way to put it. And yeah, yeah, thanks for all that. Yeah, because it's definitely there's that people pleasing thing that you talked about for sure.
Mhm, mhm.
And then there's also just that thing where it's like when you get really in your head about numbers, because let's just be real, it's Twitch is about numbers. Like it's
It
not
is.
the only part of it, but it is
Right.
ultimately if you are looking to be partner on Twitch or you want
Mhm.
to just continue to grow, numbers are something that you look at. And so
Yeah.
if your numbers are coming from people that you don't that you like interact with in like a negative way where you're like don't backseat me, like it's like I don't
Mhm.
want to be perceived as the person that like if you come into my chat I'm going to yell at you, you know what I mean? So it's like there's
Right.
always that thing in my mind that
Yes.
it's like I don't want to come across as just being this like bitch of a
Mean,
person.
stodgy
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's like it's probably not coming across that way, but yeah, so sometimes what happens is mods, I do have moderators and they're all wonderful people, but not everybody can be there all the time. And so it's sometimes what will happen is they'll be just me and then this
Mhm.
new person that doesn't quite understand the vibe and I'm trying to explain it to them and then it just becomes me on a soapbox for 5 to 10 minutes talking
Right.
about, not backseating in general on Twitch and then it just changes the whole vibe and then I'm not like enjoying my game anymore.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's
and
yeah.
it comes down to, like, as the content creator, as, like, the hub, right? As the
Yeah.
entertainer, because at the end of the day, that is what we are, is we're entertaining,
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
ourselves and other people.
Yes. Yep.
But, um but
Absolutely.
yeah, to not, because for me, I always feel the temptation to over-explain myself too,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I'm having to realize and remind myself in the moment of, like, these people don't care. They're about to go find, like, literally 20 other people that are playing the same game that I am,
Mm-hmm.
and that you just all you have to do is be like, "This is my space and these are my rules." If you feel like these rules don't align with
Mm-hmm.
your vibe, that doesn't mean you got a bad vibe, but that means our vibes are not vibing. So, I
Mm-hmm.
wish you a good day and you don't even have to ban them. Like, a lot of times I find
Right.
that I don't have to ban people. Like, I just give them the lowdown and just like, if this vibe isn't for you, that's totally cool. But if you do it again, we are gonna have to like we're gonna have to say goodbye. And you
Yeah.
don't have to,
Yeah.
because some people they have those weird like punishment things of like, yes, ban me. And I'm like, what if I just
Mm.
time you out so you think you're banned and then
Surprise. Yeah.
surprise. But yeah, essentially just kind of laying down, and then that's just like a at total like a 2 to 3 minute thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
you just go on, and then all you got to do is just glance at your chat, and if they post something else, you gave them a warning. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we are all supposed to be adults.
Supposed
If
to
you
be.
can't follow a rule,
Right.
bye bye, you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
But it's really hard as a people
Yeah.
pleaser. I find that,
Yeah.
so I've let people be in my community for too
Mm-hmm.
long and too many times, of where they
Yeah.
come in and the vibes are just and everybody has a bad day. I'm not saying that somebody comes
Oh,
in
yeah.
and, like, they're, like, bringing down the vibes in chat. Like, everybody has a low day. Everybody needs a
Mm-hmm.
place to vent, but it's, like, a time and place. And I
Oh,
will give you,
sure.
like, one I'll give you one vent post, but then if the whole stream starts revolving around you and how bad of a day
Mm-hmm.
that you're having, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna on our next ad break, I'm gonna DM you and be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry that you're having a bad day, but we need to move on,
Yeah.
because this is not your house."
Mm-hmm.
And really, like, I think just for streaming for so long, I'm I should have realized this years ago, but it really is about protecting your house and your space.
Mm-hmm.
And you're having people from all over the world, from so many different backgrounds and ethnicities and cultures, and just all these beautiful things that come and mesh together.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also getting a lot of people's struggles and a lot of people's insecurities and needs and egos also coming in. And you need to kind of insulate your house for that. And having boundaries for your stream is never a bad thing. And whether your regulars kind of bump up with that every once in a while, like, that's not a bad thing. Like, it's not a bad thing, but it's just the reestablishing of, hey, I'm really sorry that you're having a bad day. And I hope that everything works out better for you. I'm so happy that you're here to watch me play, blah, la, 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 la,
Mm-hmm.
la, and then we
Yeah.
just merge it right back into the stuff that everybody can, like,
Mm-hmm.
interact with, essentially.
Right. Yeah. And I think that that's something that I need more practice with is I personally I tend to linger on it a little bit too long, I think,
Mhm,
and then it
mhm,
becomes like a bigger problem because I'm worried about it, rather than
mm,
just like saying like you said like it's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry about what you're going through. Really sorry about what's happening, but like let's, thank you
Mhm.
for being here, and just like moving on. So it's like I kind of
Right.
linger on it a little bit too long, I think. And it's like,
Mhm.
okay, what kind of space am I building, right? It's like I want people
Right.
to feel comfortable. I want you to feel like a place where you belong, but also I want to keep the vibes happy and upbeat. This
Mhm.
is like you said, at the end of the day, Twitch streamers are entertainers. I'm an entertainer. I'm here to entertain you. I'm here to entertain
Mhm.
myself. I really
Right.
like that you said that.
I'm here to make
Um,
myself feel better too,
yeah,
okay?
really. um, so yeah, so it's about finding that balance, and I think this has been a big not a struggle, but like a learning experience for me is switching
Yeah.
over to the Zelda games and kind of going through that. So thanks for that and talking about it.
We all go through it. We
Yeah,
all I
yeah.
don't think there's been one streamer out there who has not had somebody come in thinking that they know how to play the game better than you.
Yeah, or they just come in and just kind of emotionally dump and stuff, and I'm glad that
Mhm.
people feel comfortable and that you're
Yeah.
happy to be here, but at the same time, yeah, I like what you said about like kind of like if it keeps going, like you'll DM them instead of like
Mhm.
kind of, and I think that's something that I need to practice is like not being so like stop doing this, like this is annoying, like
Mhm.
don't do this. So but yeah, so
Especially if it's a regular. If it's somebody who's, like, new to the
yeah.
community, I mean, because obviously I wanna give people chances. Sometimes I give them too many chances, but I
Mhm.
wanna give people chances, and so if I, like, DM them and I'm just like, "Hey, again, we're really happy to have you, but I need you to just, like, we just kinda need to move on from this.
Mhm.
Not move on from you. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, but
Mhm.
I hope that by watching and hanging out with us and talking to other people, we make your
Mhm.
day, like, 1% better."
Right.
And then
Mhm.
just going on from that because,
Yeah.
yeah, it's difficult, and especially, like, you do wanna like, because I know your heart too, like, you truly
Mhm.
care about people. You truly care about people, you
Yeah.
truly want to help people when they are in crisis and when they need it. It's
Mhm.
just time and place. It's just
Right.
all about, like, "Hey, you can DM me about things.
Mhm.
You can DM me
Yeah.
about things, and I am happy to talk with you about it to a certain point." Because a lot of times you also come in and people come in and they kind of expect you to be therapists to a certain extent,
Yeah.
and I am not
Yeah.
trained to be a therapist.
Right.
I care about you and I want you to be okay, but I am also not equipped with the tools that therapists are
Mhm.
to truly help you. I might make you feel better for the next, like, half hour, maybe a day, but I'm not equipped with what
Mhm.
you could actually implement in your life to
Mhm.
help you take charge of this situation if it's one of those and better yourself and move on from it, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I try to always be honest about that because
Mhm.
I do feel bad. I feel bad. I'm like, because I want to help you. I want to help you through this, but I need to do it as a friend and not someone,
Yeah.
like,
Like
because
a
Imma probably tell you to do the wrong thing, you
Yeah,
know?
right,
So
exactly. So I think yeah, I think it's really important for streamers to be equipped also with like obviously a very good mod team, and everybody's different with like what they
hmm,
accept and what they like. Some people have their DMs completely closed and they're just like, I don't want to talk to anybody, which is totally fine.
right.
But it's like I have my DMs open and it's like I can handle some things to a certain point, but sometimes there's days
Mhm,
where I can't handle it. And it's
right.
like, yeah, I would love to listen to you. But I think it's important to also equip ourselves with the knowledge of like, here's information about, here's who you should call. Like maybe you should think about therapy. Maybe you should,
Mhm,
look for help elsewhere because I can't help you. I'm really sorry that you're dealing with this, but because yeah, I want to help people. I want people to be safe and I want people to have a good time on Twitch. But yeah, sometimes it can be just a little bit too much. So yeah, so yeah, I think we all deal with that as streamers, and
mhm.
it's difficult to kind of navigate, but we all get there eventually. So yeah, so okay, I'm gonna pivot to a different
Okay.
topic. So
Yes.
we went to DreamHack.
Mhm.
I feel like we went to DreamHack together, and
Yes,
we spent a lot of time together. So this was your first DreamHack,
it was, yeah.
and you were there as a creator, and you got to
Mhm.
stream live from the convention. What did you think of DreamHack? What did you think about being a creator there? And just what were your thoughts initially? Like, did you have a good time? Like, did you meet
Yeah.
people? Like, how did you find it? You've been to conventions before, like Dragon Con and some
Yes.
other ones. Yeah. So how did this like
Um,
compare, I guess, to those? Yeah.
so, DreamHack, I think, was my first out like because TwitchCon is very much like content
Yeah.
creator focused. So DreamHack was my first gaming centered conference, which was really fun and interesting. I am not an esports person. I don't know the difference between Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. I think that they are the exact same games with different skins. Um,
Yeah.
so sorry, fight me. It's the
Felt.
exact same game. It's the exact same game, except you have like Doctor Strange versus Matt Mercer as High Noon guy. Um,
Mhm.
so it was definitely a very different experience for me, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um, and I, especially being a creator, it's the first time that I was ever invited to a con specifically
Yeah.
for being a creator.
Cool.
And so that was a really good boost to the ego.
Heck
But
yeah.
also, but also, it was a lot of fun. I got to meet so many wonderful people. I got to hang out with you, which was
Yeah,
great. I
yeah, it
really
was
wish that
so
we
much
could have
fun.
streamed together. I really wish that we had gotten put
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah.
thing. Like if we had been put together in the repo thing, we would have killed
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Um, but maybe we can be like, hey, psst, psst,
Yeah.
DH leaders, we would really like this would be a hoot for the people in
Ooh,
the room
yeah.
and on the thing. Anyway, but no, I got to one thing that I've always struggled with because I am a mega introvert. I may not
Yeah,
seem like
me
it on
too.
stream, because streaming allows me to bring out parts of my personality that I feel I have kind of locked away in real life.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but and so I may seem a lot more extroverted on stream, but you can attest that I'm just mostly like sitting there and being like, I'm really having a good time. I might have an RBF on right now, but I'm really having a good
Yeah,
time right now.
I'm shout out to all the chronic sufferers of RBF. That's
Right,
so
right.
real.
Um, but cons like this really kind of push me to be
Yeah.
like, okay, you kind of need to bring the nightlight night out. And that's how I view it
Mhm.
in my head of like, okay, we need to bring nightlight energy. We don't need to bring Amelia energy.
Mhm.
Um, and so it's being having the opportunity to do that will only strengthen that
Right.
ability for me to be a little more extroverted and for me to go up and be like, "Hi, I think your costume's really cool." But you are also great at doing that. So I was able to kind of like be in your shadow a little bit because
This
we were just like sitting down and Lady would be like, "Hey, it's so good to see you." And then we'd be like, "Oh my God, Lady." And then be like, "Hi, dude. My name's NightLightKnight." Ha.
uh, to be fair, this was my third dream hack, and my first dream
Yeah.
hack, I was very much like, I was actually very sick for most of it, but the time that I did spend there, I was very
Mhm.
shy, and I was like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what, and going to like TwitchCon and stuff too. I'm so scared to go up to anybody that I recognize. I
Yeah.
saw, and I think it was in 20 when we were there last time. I'm pretty sure I saw Duty Beard, and
Mhm.
we didn't know each other as well as we know each other now. But I was too scared to say hi to him. Like I was like, I
Oh,
can't bother him. But the whole point is to go up
yes.
and to say hi to people. And it's like when you flip the script and you think about it, it's like if somebody came up to me and said, "Oh my God, Lady Amalthea, I've been looking for you. It's so
Oh my
nice
God,
to
my
see
heart
you."
would melt. I would just be
Exactly.
like, "Ugh."
Right? And so it's like, if you think about it that way, it's like we're all streamers, we're all doing the same thing. We all have
Mhm.
a little bit of an ego, that it's like when somebody when somebody says something like that, it's like, "Oh my gosh, I love your streams." The person that you're saying that to is also feeling the same way. So it might be a little bit scary to
Mhm.
like go up and say that, but it's like we're all doing the same thing and we all have essentially the same goal, I guess. But I mean, obviously we're all doing different things, but yeah, so this dream hack for me, going to the Unity Guild meetup was a big
Hmm.
factor in that it's like, okay, everybody's here for this reason to
Right.
talk to each
Yeah.
other and to say hi. So
It's
it was a
so
little bit,
helpful.
yeah, so it was like a little bit easier, but yeah,
Hmm.
and just because it was my third one, it's like I know people now. Like Serena goes to a lot of the dream hacks, and I know her, and Bear now I know him a little bit better, and he's like
Hmm.
the creative director, whatever his title is, but he's always there, so it's a little bit easier when you see people more. So
Right.
but yeah, I was really happy to have you there with me, and you made me braver too. Like if I was just there
We
by
make
myself,
ourselves way more.
it's true.
But no, I really truly had a great time and
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can go coming in May,
Yeah.
because that's when the next Dream Hack Atlanta is.
Yeah.
It is right in the middle of a lot of things, but I'm hoping we can carve some time out. And who knows,
Yeah.
maybe we'll just bring a nugget, like
Yeah, a lot of
he'll
people
just come
had their
along.
kids there, so it's like a family-friendly event technically. So
Yes.
yeah, and I mean Nugget's not gonna remember anyway, but
No, we'll just bring him like the headphones and
yeah.
he'll just be like, "What's going on?"
Cute.
So,
Oh man. Uh, yeah. Okay. Well, chat. And just like if you guys want to think about this, if you have any questions for NLK and anything that she's talked about or anything about her stream, about her streaming career, about anything, I guess, if you guys want to post them in chat,
do
please feel
it.
free to go ahead and do that now. But you can find her on Twitch, Nightlight Night, exclamation point
Yep.
today, and you can find the link there. She's also on various social medias, and she has been
Mhm.
posting clips
I've been trying. I am so bad at social media, y'all. Like
yeah,
that's honestly, that's one of like the biggest changes from Twitch like back in the day cuz like
yeah,
all you had to do was just stream. You didn't
yeah.
have to post nowhere else. You didn't have to do YouTube or TikTok. TikTok wasn't even a thing back then. It
Yeah,
was
right.
like Vine. And I'm like
Yeah,
you can't I mean, I'm
fine.
sure some people did Vine, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't like directly correlated where it's like in order to reach more viewers, I guess, is like you
Mhm.
have to post on social media. And I'm terrible at it too. I'll go through these phases, and the Legend of Zelda stuff has been really super helpful because people like seeing the battles and stuff. You probably
Yeah.
get this like with the Souls games, is like people like to see certain boss battles or,
Mhm.
specific times in the game because people are so they're such big fans and they know the game. So it's like,
Right.
which parts are big. So it's like, okay, I can take this clip and post it to other social medias. But it takes so
Mhm.
much time unless
It
you have
does.
somebody in your chat clipping every single moment for you.
God
It's
bless
like,
you, Clippers. Oh my God, y'all.
oh,
If for anybody in chat, can I just say, if you want to support your streamer and like a streamer that you really like, and like you don't have the money to sub, you're like dirt poor eating ramen noodles off of the floor, like clip our streams. That is the
please.
most helpful thing that you can do. And it doesn't matter if it's bad, just don't get your feelings hurt if we don't use it. But like,
Yeah.
you know, but clipping the stream is so helpful because it means I don't have to go through all 3 to 5 hours of my stream just being like, "Is this
Mm-hmm.
funny enough? Is this funny enough?"
Am I funny? It helps us to kind of understand like what are people paying attention to. It's like you thought that was funny? Oh, like, I
Right.
didn't know that was funny. I'm just talking or whatever. So yeah, big thank you, you guys. I know a lot of streamers in my channel specifically. I don't know if you have this, but it's just as easy as just doing exclamation point clip, and it will clip the last like 30 seconds of
I did
stream.
that.
So
Mhm.
so helpful. So yeah, shout out to all of the stream clippers and helping
W
us.
Clippers.
Yeah, truly.
Snip, snip.
Um, so okay, so we do have a question from Markula17, who you met at DreamHack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I'm curious to hear about NLK's experience with voice acting. This is something we didn't even touch on at all, and how one might explore it. Short version.
Well, and so I I hesitate to really call myself a voice actor per se because I haven't really done a whole lot, and have been able to do even less now. But I have done a couple of like local commercials in my area, and then also did a um, it was a story that was told using Sims 4. Does that make
Oh,
like, if that makes sense?
yeah.
Yes, so
Yep.
they animated we got the script, and then we did the voice acting for it, and then they went in the Sims 4 and created the scenes using Sims 4, which was very, very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I did do that for 1 season, and then unfortunately wasn't able to continue the project just because it was oh man, I think there was like over 500 lines of dialogue.
Holy moly.
Um,
Okay.
'Cause I mean, and I was very grateful. I got like the lead girl in it. But it
Mm-hmm.
was 500 lines of dialogue, and I was like, I'm streaming and now pregnant and also having
Yeah.
a full-time job. So I'm so sorry. Like I cannot
Yeah.
do another season of this.
Yeah.
Um, Especially like unpaid, which
Right.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to do small projects and, like, small things for people. Unpaid, like, I'm not a big name or anything, but when it's something that's that time consuming,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had to politely turn down the
Yeah.
next season of it. But yeah, so with voice acting, um if I call myself a voice actor. If anybody wants to get into voice acting, I wanna be a voiceactor.com is probably one of
Mm.
the best resources for that.
Excellent. Very straightforward.
Um, yeah, very
Yeah.
straightforward, very much like, this is what you should do, and doing, like, free projects here and there is fine, but especially right now with voice actors facing AI, aside
Oh,
from, like, full on
sure.
yeah, full
Yeah.
on
Mm-hmm.
artists, like physical artists and digital artists, voice actors are one of the huge like one of the industries that are being hit most by AI stuff right now. And so I it's hard. It's really hard
Mm-hmm.
out in these streets. I follow a bunch of voice actors that are not like your Matt Mercer's, Critical Roles, Dimension 20s, that are the smaller creators that are doing the voices in some like more indie games and things like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're wanting to follow their journeys and kind of they're very most of them are very, very kind, and if you reach out to them and kind of be like, "Hey, what is it like being a voice actor right now?" Um, one, they want you to be back in the studio a lot of the time, so even if you have
Mm-hmm.
a home studio, it's harder booking jobs,
Sure.
if you can't physically come into the studio for that. But they're great, and they're most of them are still on Twitter. I know some have moved over to Blue Sky, but a lot of them are still on Twitter, so reaching out to
Sure.
them that way is great. But yeah, doing silly voices is a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
whether I do it for a job or not, they just happen anyway.
Yeah, I
So it's
love
a lot of
that.
fun.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, Marcus was saying that seeing all the voice actors at DreamHack was
Hmm.
interesting. There were a lot. There were a lot there that were
There
I didn't
were.
I didn't meet any of them, but the Princess
I didn't
Peach's
either.
voice actor was there,
Yes.
and I did see her, but I didn't. That's another thing. I'm like really nervous to meet like famous people, like a meet and greet or something. Like I was
Hmm.
like I don't want to bother them, but they're like literally
Well,
there. So
and especially in those sorts of situations, you never know, like, are you going to charge me for this conversation?
exactly.
And so that's
Mm-hmm.
one main
Yeah.
reason why like, there wasn't a game there, like, represented by a voice actor that I was like, "This is a game that super spoke to me," and, like, I was
Mm-hmm.
super, super interested. Like, if they had the voice actor for Hornet from Hollow Knight, I would have been like, "What was that like? What was it like going, 'Hey,
Yeah.
yeah!'" Like, sort of, if they had the voice actor for Link from, like, the
Yeah.
earlier games, like,
Yeah.
stuff like that would have been really interesting. But yeah, you just never really know. It's like, are you gonna like, because the voice of Bowser was also there, and
Yeah.
so,
Mm-hmm.
like, gonna charge me for this conversation or for a picture? Because
Yeah.
some of those pictures, like, people be charging, like, $100 for a picture.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like on one hand I get it, but also yeah, like $100 is like kind of a lot. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, but
or
Yeah,
fictional.
so
Unless
yeah.
unless they mean something to you. If you have, like, an
Oh,
emotional,
yeah,
mental connection,
yeah,
like, with these characters,
yeah,
sure, go for it.
yeah,
But,
100%. Yeah,
you know,
just seems like a lot, but um, yeah. Well, great. I think let's see. I don't think we had any other
I have a question
questions
for
for
you.
me. Oh, I don't know about
Yes.
that. Yeah,
This might, like, lead into a longer conversation, which we can, like, cut if
that's
we need
fine.
to. But so you have also been streaming for how many years now? 5?
5.5. Yeah. So I hit my
5.5.
5 year in July. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you want your content creation journey to take you in, like, the next year?
Amazing question. Amazing question. For me, to be honest, like I feel like I've never been a person to like set like I know that a year is not really like a long time in the grand scheme
Mhm.
of things, but I've never been a person to really plan like what goals are to me. Like what like
Mm,
in a
mhm.
year, like people are like in a year I would like to be partner. And like I feel like that is something that is sort of on my mind. Like I
Yeah.
would like that.
Mhm.
But I also it's really hard to just like set a goal like that because in my head it's like, oh, okay, well, in order to reach that goal, here's a bunch of numbers that I have to hit. Here's what's going on with viewership and what Twitch is doing and lurkers and just kind of everything that kind of goes into that.
Mhm.
And with Twitch in particular, like I kind of fell into it just kind of oddly. Like in 2020, I was part of like the influx of streamers like during
Mhm.
COVID. And I never really thought that it was going to be something that brought me so much joy and so much like fulfillment, like, and it became this thing where it was like very much I want to just provide a place for people to be safe and to be comfortable and to
Mhm.
be seen because I had spent a lot of time alone in my younger years, and like being able to bring the Legend of Zelda to my stream has been kind of a little bit healing for me because when I was a
Yeah.
younger kid, like that's what I used to do is I used to play Zelda alone in my room. So it's like a cool way to like bring it. I'm still playing Legend of Zelda alone in my room, but I still have people with me. You know what I
Your
mean?
friends with you, they
Yeah,
may not
my
be there
friends are
physically, but
here.
they are there.
Right. Um so yeah, so that's a great question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what
Mhm.
my goals are. I did kind of at the beginning of this year, I did make this big long post about like I was like I want to be Twitch partner. Like that is something that I want. I want the purple check mark. I don't want it to be something that's like taboo. Like I just want it. It's something that I want, and I think it's like a good goal to have. But it's hard to keep goals like that with everything that comes along with it.
Mhm.
The numbers is a hard thing, and then life things happen, and then you have
Right.
to go away for a little bit, and you see people leave because that's just what happens is people
Mhm.
don't necessarily forget about you, but if you're not consistent and you're not doing a schedule like this, people, they might find their way back eventually, but there's always that like fear or whatever. So yeah, this could be a whole long conversation for sure
Yes, yes, that's
about
why I was
it.
like, this is
Yeah,
maybe not
yeah.
for the end of
We could do another episode completely. But
totally.
I guess like I'm not sure if I answered your question, but like to reverse it, I guess I'm interested now in what your answer to that is as well in the next year. What are your
Mm.
goals with your stream and I guess content creation in general?
Yeah, well, because life has changed a lot for me in the past
Yeah.
year,
Right.
and, just kind of looking at now 'cause, it's hard enough, like, streaming with also being a full-time like, having a full-time job outside of that, as well as, um, you know, keeping up a relationship. I feel like there
Yeah.
could be a whole episode of, like, how do you have a healthy relationship with your partner when you're also trying to stream
Yep.
and, like,
Oh, yeah.
do this creation thing?
Yeah.
Um, and so now adding a child to that,
Yeah.
has been really difficult to navigate in a way, and I'm still figuring it out. I am the same way of that. I was really, before I found out that I was pregnant, I was really jazzed and I was like, I can get partner this year. Like,
Yeah.
do it. We're gonna like lay in, and then of course it's like, surprise!
Hello.
You got a nugget that's gonna completely take you away from all sort of content creation for an entire month.
Yeah.
Or 2 months. I think I took a 2-month hiatus. I don't know. It was the longest break that I have ever had from content creation. It was hard.
Yeah.
Um, but so I also don't know.
Yeah.
I am still wanting to create. I want to I'm wanting to find like a good balance between like life and content creation where I can be successful at both.
Yeah.
Because I know that there is a way. There's a way to do it. I just have to figure out what that is and what that looks like for me. Because I still very much do want to hit partner. Like that has always been a goal, but it's been something that I've been scared to say that that's
Yeah.
like my goal. Because whether I'm worried about people judging me or
Yeah.
whatever, being like, you've been on this platform for 8 years and you're still not partner. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. But and fighting off like that immediate like something is wrong with me, which that's a whole other episode. But
Yeah.
um fighting off insecurities and everything with
Yeah.
your content creation. But
Yeah.
so short answer, I don't know. I would like to get back to having 3 streams a week, so I can at least meet that Twitch partner not milestone, but like requirement essentially.
The hours
Mhm.
streamed or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hours streamed and the individual streams, because I think you have
Yeah.
to have it's like 3 streams
S-
a week. You have to
Yeah.
stream at least 3 times. But yeah, that's kind of my next mini goal is figuring out when can I do that people can watch in my life right now. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big, big world out there in the streaming world for sure. And there's a lot of different things, different moving parts that people don't see. And life and working, like you said, working full time. I work a job
Mhm,
as well. I
mhm.
work part time now, but I also do like my stained glass as well. So it's like I have like a full time job on top of this, and streaming is a full time job. No matter if you
It
do
really is.
it, if you stream part time, you're still doing so much work engaging with your community and just making sure that people remember that you're there. And then, like you said, like posting the content clips, that's a whole other
Mhm.
portion to it.
It's a
So
whole job on its own.
holy smokes, it's a lot. Like I see why like bigger streamers have people that do it for them because they can afford it.
Right?
But
Right?
but yeah, so but yeah, man, I would love to talk to you again about
Yeah,
all of this. I
I
think it's
am
great.
here.
Yeah. But yeah, so we are we're about 3 minutes over, but I thank you for joining me today, and thank you for just being you, and thank you so much for your friendship. Oh, I did have one last question.
Okay.
Just kind of how we wrap up is, what does friendship mean to you?
Ooh, good question.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship to me means that friendship for me is that you're not afraid of having hard conversations. Friendship is not just, "Oh," I mean, it very much is, "Oh my God, I love you. You're so amazing. I love you. I support you in everything you do." Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it is also during the hard times of like reaching out when the other person is going through a hard time and is maybe not like as um uh responsive, of just
Mm-hmm.
kind of being like, "Hey, I just hope that you're having a really good day." You don't have to respond, but just like, "I was thinking about you and I love you and I hope that you're doing okay." And
Mm-hmm.
then when that friend comes to you and they're like, "I'm going through this situation," and I'm like, blah 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 blah, and then you're like, "Girl, you messed up." Like be like, "This is on nobody else except for you. You put yourself in this situation, and I love you so much. but
Yeah.
these are the consequences of your actions. And for
Yeah.
me, like that truth, um, and being able to have those hard conversations and being willing to communicate, especially when there are like disagreements or
Yeah.
something like that. That's what friendship, and those are the friendships that I truly value, are those types of friendships where if I mess up, I know that people are going to call me out in love
Yeah,
with it. And
absolutely.
because I think that we all need that. We all need to be called out for our crap in
Mhm.
love.
Mhm.
Um, because that's how we, like hit against each other and then grow.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, great answer. Heck yeah. Um, I just want to read this from Nan. Nan came into our channel a little while ago. They're new here, but
Yee.
I know I'm new here or new around here, but I only got partnered like 2 months ago. So I recently did the push, and I'm happy to answer any questions y'all have in the future. So thank you for that.
Yes, man, can
Yeah.
I like DM you? I'm gonna like come up with questions, not just be like, so how did you do it? I would have ton of questions, but I would love to pick your brain and maybe get some like strategies that maybe I haven't thought of.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm feeling very much the same. So that's great. Yeah, tell us your ways. So, and I do want to just say this as well. But Rhodey said, y'all are too extremely deserving. Whoa, what just happened? I was reading it and then it went weird. Okay, y'all are two extremely deserving creators for that purple check mark. Keep manifesting. It's gonna happen. So I
Thank
think
you, Rhodey. That's so
yeah,
nice.
you do. And I've said this before, but like
You do
I
too.
you do such a great job, and you in my eyes are an entertainer, and like you absolutely deserve everything in the world. So you definitely deserve
And
that
you
purple
do
check
too.
mark. Oh,
Don't
thanks. Thanks.
We need to stop getting in our own way,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Stop the people
100%.
pleasing and stop with the insecurities.
Yeah. Just as good
And
as
then,
everybody else. We all deserve it.
yep,
We're
yes.
deserving. Oh man. Well, okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to throw you one last curveball and ask you, is there anybody that you would like to raid out to?
Ooh, well, we do have the wonderful Real Rascally Grandpa
Ooh,
who you streamed with
this is
yesterday.
true. Yep.
If you're wanting somebody new, let me see, let me
Mm.
see, let me see. Oh my gosh, Lady Amelthea is streaming. Maybe we should go say hi to
Oh,
her.
that's right. I've never heard of her.
Um, I'm
Oh,
going
no,
through
that's
my
okay.
things. Or my wonderful mod Centuries Untold is currently playing through some Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Yep.
I got to play Elden Ring with her yesterday, and she's so much better at the game than I am. I would like die, and she'd be like, "Oh, well, I just took out this golem for you. Like you can take your time getting back." And I'm just like, "I'm coming. I'm a coming on torrent. Hold on."
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds right and good, and that feels right. So we'll go ahead and we played was it Peak with Centuries,
Yeah.
right? We played probably a couple
Yes.
different games with Centuries with you. So yeah, so thank you so much. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid out over to Centuries Untold, who's a moderator for Nightlight Night. So thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, Nightlight Night, for joining me. Thank you for being my
Thank you so
friend,
much
and
for
thank you for having these.
having me.
Yeah, thanks for having these. Really, I honestly like. I would love to just we could do this again. Just have a whole
I'm
other
totally down
conversation.
for it.
Yeah.
I love
So
talking about this stuff because
yeah,
it's hard. Like there's so
it
many nuances
is.
to it.
Right.
So, but thank you all for being
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for
here. I hope
being
you had a good
here.
time. And my
And if
DMs are always open, so if you have questions.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you can find her at Nightlight Night on on Twitch.
Yes.
And you can go over there, and all of her information is over there as well. I think your media kit's over there too. So if you guys want to go check her out,
Mhm.
everything is on her Twitch page, and you can catch her live on Twitch. Do you have like a specific schedule? This is like I'm throwing this all
Yes.
at you at the very
Yes.
end. Like when is your
Thursdays,
schedule?
Thursdays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. right now. Those are
Okay,
my two.
perfect. Okay, so catch her then. Jen is online.
Jan.
Hi. All right. right, guys. Well, ending is always super awkward. We'll see you next time. Have a great Sunday. And let's rate out to Centuries Untold. Okay, bye.
Let's
Oops,
go.
that didn't work. I got to press the button over here. Oh.
Too many buttons. Ending is always awkward.
Ending is always awkward. Oh, gosh. There we go. Okay.